This is the environment. Isn't it beautiful?
This is the internet. Isn't it beautiful?
As the internet continues to grow rapidly, one thing we have to consider is its impact on the environment. Now, between 2000 and 2006, the energy consumption of the internet increased by 200%.
But the internet traffic increased by 32 million%, so that's pretty efficient.
Okay, it may be efficient, but it does still use up energy, and using that energy emits CO2. And a Harvard physicist estimated that for every second that you spend on a browser, you are causing the emission of 20 milligrams of CO2, which doesn't seem like much. But GoGolf.com logged that in the past year, 35 billion minutes were spent on the internet. So if you multiply those two together, you end up with 771 tons of CO2.
Well, 771 tons of CO2 is a lot, but when we compare it to the emission of the whole world, which is about 40 billion tons, I think that number is pretty small, and I think it will be approximately 0.0000019% of the whole greenhouse gas emissions, and that's very efficient. The internet also has positive impacts on the environment. For example, 144 billion emails are sent every day, and if we still relied on the snail mail, that would take up 144 billion sheets of paper every day.
Wow!
And a tree produces 80,000 sheets of paper, so I get 144 upon 80,000, and that's equal to 1.8 million trees a day, and that's a lot, and which is also equal to 657 million trees a year, and internet saves a lot of trees, and that's very green.
Okay, that sounds really good in theory, but if you look at the actual results, the internet also increases the demand for paper because of printing quite a bit. So overall, the demand for paper increases. So the environmental impact of the internet is definitely very debatable. There's a lot of pros and cons, so there are negative impacts, but there are also positive impacts.
Yeah, but the negative impacts can be reduced.
So it turns out that a lot of tech companies actually take their impact on the environment very seriously and are taking some pretty cool steps to reduce any negative impacts that they might have. For example, Google has a webpage set up dedicated to Google Green, an initiative that they have that has them being carbon neutral since way back in 2007. And after investing $1 billion into making their data centers more and more efficient, their data centers now use about half of the energy of a typical data center. And they use so much renewable energy that they are now the largest corporate purchaser of renewable energy on the planet.
Another tech company that is making environmental efforts is Apple. In 2015, 93% of the Apple's energy came from renewable resources, and they plan to reach 100% soon. Apple's data centers run on 100% clean energy, and which powers iMessages, answers from Siri, and downloads from iTunes. So with its potential for increasing productivity and efficiency and the efforts of the businesses involved, we think that the internet will have a positive impact on the environment in the long run.